What's going on, guys? Welcome to the third episode of the Kage Summit. I'm Sam.
And I'm Mason, bro.
And I'm Jack.
We're here today joined by the Jason Feasel. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing. It's
You're
going.
doing?
Yeah.
You're going.
Nice.
You're just living life.
Living life, man.
How was your day today?
Long,
Long.
School sucked. Lifting sucked.
6 a.m. football lifts, baby.
Yep.
How's football going? Yeah, he's got a question.
Because it
Okay.
relates to football. How much do you guys lift like a day or like a week if you don't lift
Well,
every day?
Mondays are after school, 2:45 to, 3, not 3,
Like,
like
that's only
4,
15 minutes.
not that 3, like 4:45 an hour-ish, hour and a half. Tuesdays are morning lifts, 6 to 6:55. Wednesdays we have off. Thursdays we're back after school. Then Friday we're morning workouts again.
Do you guys does your whole team take up the whole weight room? Is it hard to lift?
No, we used to be like that, but then once we split,
The Berlin split.
Yeah.
but it's a good amount of people, especially this year with all the incoming freshmen.
Are there some good freshmen coming in?
No,
No?
You guys
Maybe-
got no potential?
maybe 1 or 2, but other than that, yeah. No.
Dude, our freshman classes, and they just keep getting, I feel like they keep getting shorter and shorter, man.
But yeah, just
Well,
like you
well-
said, every year they get scrawnier. And just
Well, there's
Yeah,
there's this one incoming freshman though. He looks like Chase Young, like Walmart version Chase Young. He has the dreads, long dreads, dude.
God,
He's
what's
big.
His name?
And I don't even know his name. I literally call him Chase
Is
Young.
he a beast?
His name's Angelo.
Angelo, is that his name? He was a running back last year for Shanahan, and he's just massive. For an 8th grader, he's massive.
Big dude. He's bigger than me.
He's
I saw him at the
he's
pool
as
one
tall
time.
as I am.
He's tall. He's a big
Of
dude.
course.
Biggest you are though.
He's
He's
8th
lean.
grade.
He's lean.
Yeah.
But he has potential to be a dog.
He does.
Yeah,
he
he
could
does.
be a dog, 110%.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be the first year we actually have a freshman team since we came in, because we
So you
never.
guys are- wait,
we-
so-
So we didn't have enough people last year or the year before that to actually have their own freshman team. We need 22 freshmen to actually have a freshman team, and this year there's 25 of them. So this is the first year
So it's gonna be varsity, JV, and
freshman. But last year it was
Oh.
just varsity and JV.
That's a lot of football players, dude.
No, when my freshman year it was over 115 people.
Well, think about
Dang.
this. We have for volleyball, we got maybe 20.
We have 15.
Yeah.
15
Yeah,
right
I
now. 15 for sure, and that's the dead minimum for having a JV team.
Well, right now we have 70, 80 kids, and maybe 30 of them are good. Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
And maybe 30 of them are good this year.
So it's always on.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there's maybe 80 kids this year, 70 at least. Maybe 30, 40 of them have a chance of playing.
It's a good amount though. 30,
So,
40.
okay.
That might be even overshooting it, for being
We were
honest.
talking about this in econ today. The levy. If we get a levy, it will
Hey,
only be.
I heard about that.
It will
yeah.
only be the minimum amount of varsity players, and it will only be varsity across the board.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
That would be really
there's no
stupid.
way that's gonna pass. I don't think it's gonna pass.
Well, if it fails, then that's what happens. But if it passes, then it's a
that
tax increase.
That means, I'm sorry, but this is Olentangy. People can afford an extra tax.
That's facts.
I'm sorry.
I
but
mean,
that's
and
just-
parents love sports here.
yes,
Like,
and also
honestly.
it gives us an opportunity to just do something.
It's for the kids.
I will say
For the
though,
kids.
I think it's for every 100,000, it's an extra 300 or something. So if you have a 700K house, let's say, that's pretty good.
That's pretty bad.
We
That's-
don't
we don't
have,
have
we
that.
don't have 700K
Yeah.
houses. But that's a $2,000 extra tax. That's kind of crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
these people, when I've been told, especially because some of our coaches went to the league and they played in college, they say high school sports when you're playing in front of your people, that's the best experience they've ever
yeah.
had. So there's no way they'll take that away from us.
I'd love to see him try.
I'm sorry, but
Jack's challenging them, bro.
if that does happen, I truly believe there'd be club football or something like that, club volleyball.
Well, they
stuff.
even said club sports, I think, are gone.
I'm sorry,
I know
but no one will
all,
listen to that.
That's what I said.
No
I
one will
said
listen
it's
to
the
that.
biggest bluff ever.
I don't think they have the cojones to do that personally.
No cojones,
Because
no.
people would be so pissed.
Yes, one, it brings in money.
Oh, yeah.
All sports bring in money, for God's sake. So it'd
That's
just be
true.
dumb to get rid of them.
Especially football, dude. Like that.
Especially like Orange and Liberty, we stack the house. Like we're packed.
You guys make so much money for the school.
Yes,
bro.
and that's how we've afforded the new weight room, like the new weight room and all that.
It's a nice weight room.
It's beautiful. Like
the Mark Solis room.
the Mark Solis room, yeah. I heard like football played for like 60% of it or something like that.
Oh no, it was a lot of football. It was probably more than 60%.
But that is like the main attraction of.
Well, that's our cheer sport for sure.
Yeah.
Because like right now we don't have the best like.
Because like
basketball
now
program.
that I've experienced like track, I can 100% agree. Everything goes to football.
Oh, yeah.
We have like shot puts just like rusted, nasty, like tetanus shot kind of thing. Like you'll be throwing and your hands are red just from
That's right, 'cause you do
from the
both.
rust.
I do shot and disc.
What's your shot in this record?
My shot was 42 and like 3/4 feet.
How much does that ball weigh?
12 pounds. 12 pounds is a shot put.
42 feet for 12 pounds.
And then
Big
disc I
5
threw
feet.
122 feet.
Oh my god.
No,
Dude,
but-
what is he built like? I want to know what that guy's
Yeah.
built like, bro. Is he built like a Dorito? Like, is he like? Do you have to have like? Is it lower body strength too?
It's a lot of technique. Like,
Technique?
you know Zach Weeing, like really tall basketball player who's kind of weird?
Did he have that dyed hair?
Yes, the dyed blue hair.
Yeah. He's pretty cool though.
He's really thin, not very strong. He kept up with me in disc. That's all disc, especially disc, is all technique.
That's respect, bro. That's like some like that's like I don't know, like jujitsu. It's like you don't have to be the biggest guy.
Yeah,
like,
just
it's
as long as you out technique, dude.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, especially with shot, I mean, if I get my technique down, my goal is 45, 46, like, feet. That's my goal.
Wait, so
really
what
good.
was that record you said? It was like 100 something.
No, like the record, like I threw 122 feet. The record,
God, that is.
the record's like 180, I think, somewhere around there.
That's a lot.
For
And then
a
like,
high schooler,
and then for like shot, it's like 55, I bet.
Is 12 pounds the highest you can go? Or is there a higher
Olympics
one?
go to 16. And they throw those things 50, 60
See ya.
feet.
See
when
ya.
they spin, it's like they're spinning.
Like
at
that's
like
yeah,
20
that's
miles per hour.
so I'm trying to learn the spin. That's why like I'm still learning that. But dude, it's like I watched like Ryan Krauser. He's like an Olympic guy. He set records and stuff like that. He's like 6'5", 280. He's just
Okay.
massive.
Do you like look up like disc throwing and
Film, like, stuff like that?
and Do
Absolutely.
you get hype? Do you get hype when people do that?
hype?
Shit? Like,
I would
well,
say
like,
hype, but I really like focus on the technique.
Because like
You respect
you,
it.
this is what like when I watch like some volleyball like clips like and people like
Just
bouncing like
slamming
straight
them
down,
down,
bro.
dude.
I get hype, but like so like do you do that with football though?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Like, I watched, like,
I mean
no-
even I do that with football.
So
I'm not
like
gonna
we have
lie.
like the story rivals and stuff like that. I go to all of our games that we won and I watch those just because it's like
yeah, dude.
it just
We're trying to
feels
get
good.
story rivals to
Dude,
our
that'd be
volleyball games,
sick.
bro. Kaler DM'd him and it was like
I know
they're-
it
they're
costs
like,
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. And she's like, hey, if you guys pay us, we'll
Yeah.
come out to do
How much
anything.
is it a year?
Well, I think it's
Or
just like
season.
one time. I think it's like a one-time thing. I think you can do, but like we could do it. We could do it for Orange and Liberty, bro. That and you know how hype that would be.
Like I love like the story rival whenever we won because like every Wednesday we'd have like a Wednesday lineman dinner stuff like that, and yeah, like every Wednesday it'd be at someone's house and they just make a boatload of food. And when we went to DeMarzo's house, like after I think it was New Albany, he made like 20 pounds of lasagna.
Oh,
Because there was like it was all the offensive line, some of the defensive line, Jace, Ethan, Han, and all of them. So it was a bunch of kids to feed.
Yeah.
some big
And we
boys
all-
to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all watched like the story rival to New Albany and like throwback to New Albany. We won by a game-winning field goal. So like he was super hyped.
I think we watched that in class actually with Mr. Winoff because Jace was like pulled up.
Oh yeah, that was the game that I remember when I showed you guys of me getting blasted. When
Oh yeah.
And I landed on my knee and it hurt. I was in too much pain to celebrate. Once he kicked, I just fell. I didn't even go run. I just fell down.
Okay, speaking of pain, I got a real question here. Are you one of those people who pops like 10
Advil?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you really feel like it makes you numb? Because I
Beginning-
know
be-
Ethan Wise would
Yeah,
say
beginning of the season, it definitely feel like it actually like numbs you down. But near the end of the season, you just do it for a mental thing. Like for
That's
me,
not good.
more of a-
That's a chemical
Well,
dependency.
it's more
no,
of a
but like I
routine.
stopped. Like after football season, I definitely stopped because like I know it's not good for you.
Not good for your kidney, I'll tell you.
But
what.
like for me, like yeah, no duh. Like but for like someone who like plays both ways as I did last year, I needed
Ooh,
it.
yeah.
Because like
You're
if I
always on the
if
field.
I go down, there's no one else to fill my gap.
yeah.
So like if I go down, I can't go down.
Dude, those like over-the-counter pain medicine, like they help. Like
I
I
took-
take them because I have like tendinitis, like from under my knees.
I have Achilles
I had that
tendinitis. I feel that.
It's
shin splints.
yeah,
I had
shin
really
splints
bad.
too. I pop like even this weekend I was popping like 5 before a game. Dude, it's crazy. Like my coach Kelso, he played in college like for Quincy, which is D2 school. He took like 20 ibuprofen a day.
I wasn't that.
He's
bad.
like the maximum you could take before you like have to like go to the
Cardiac
hospital is
arrest.
like 25.
Like I was.
He's like basically I'm gonna have a hole in my stomach.
I was never that bad. Like the most I ever took is before, I believe the Liberty game. I took like 10.
I've taken 7 before a game.
I've taken 10 because I was like I wasn't feeling it before the game. Usually I'm like hype and stuff
Well,
like that, but I wasn't feeling
What?
it.
How many milligrams?
It's like
Like you know, like those like
200.
the Kroger,
It's like- I
like the
take
Kroger thing.
200.
Those are small little red ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are the 200 ones.
Yeah, so I'd pop those, and I'm like, all right.
Before the
Dude,
coughing
have you
game?
ever have you ever tried smelling salts, smelling ammonia?
Dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot about this, bro.
Let, let me tell you something. That might be the best invention ever.
Why does that?
But it's-
work?
Okay, I don't even understand how it works either. But all I know is you take a whiff, like you don't do it for you don't do that. You do, and like it just like I don't know.
Wakes you
And
up.
you're just like, oh.
Well, dude, that's what they give like fighter if they get knocked. If someone
And that's
gets
what
knocked out.
professional lifters do that too before they do like squats or something like that. They'll take smelling salts so they don't pass out.
Just doesn't. I mean that I can see that.
I'd love
Yeah.
to know how that reacts with your brain.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I
how
can
that
only,
just
dude.
wakes
It
you
probably
up.
just,
Yeah,
it
your
probably
mouth.
fries your brain.
Dude, speaking of lifting, like when you're lifting, do you have to wear a belt?
I wear belts for squats, yes.
Dude, that like do you know why they wear belts, right? Like
Yeah,
so like
'cause
they're
you can literally shit out your intestines.
yeah.
No, I
Or
don't think.
something.
Well, no,
like
you
that.
know you
So-
can't. It's happened before.
From the reason why I do it is so it gives me something to press up against. I don't know why, but like whenever I keep it strapped to tight, like it can give me rips and stuff like that if I do enough weight. Like, and it gives my back something to press against or like keep my core tight. Gives me
Yeah.
something to push against my core. It's also a mental thing.
Dude, I could my back. Whenever I
if
squat, my back hurts
if
so
you're
bad.
squatting and you're like this, trying to belt, 110%.
But dude,
That fucking
I'm pretty sure like you can like tear some organs or some shit if you like do some.
I
you're-
looked
do
up
too
a
much.
video and I saw some guy like.
I
shit
think
out
I
his
feel like
organs.
I think I saw that on like 1,000 Ways to Die.
If you
Like,
push
some dude did
way too hard and you probably got some other health problems, I believe that.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of that.
that. Like
You never heard of that, really?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's
I've seen-
I mean,
I've-
it's a lot of things
I
have
heard
happened.
that
but-
and I was like, I gotta look this up.
I've seen like hang clean people like knocking their teeth out. If they're hang clean and they don't stop it, they'll knock their teeth out.
Ooh.
I've had a few scares of broken toes, people dropping weight. Like, especially like the incoming freshmen who like you can't judge them. They haven't been in the weight room before. And, like
They don't
I
know-
was there.
They don't know
before.
proper etiquette.
Yeah, like I can't blame them, but like they've dropped it before. I'm like, like that's a medical cost that no one wants to pay for.
Dude, yeah, I'm not trying to get my toes broken by a new freshman, bro. I'll tell you what.
I've never broken any toes, but I've messed up my finger 3 times.
I've-
I broke it twice
My
and
fingers-
dislocated it once.
Broken arm, stick through the arm.
Yeah.
Stick through the arm. Hold on. Hold on. Tell this story. What?
So
Fucking
I was
hard.
at Frank Tackett's house, and this is before he moved to his new house, and he had this 4-wheeler that's not meant for people my size. But it worked. It was like a little baby, like little 4-wheeler thing, and we decided to play. Like Big Walnut kids, let me tell you something. Big Walnut kids, they know how to party. Like they know how to.
Yeah.
They know how to have fun. I tell you what. So then we're driving on it, like, and we're playing hide and go seek on 4-wheelers. It's like pitch black out.
What?
It's
Dude,
pitch black
that is-
out.
That's pretty high.
That's
though.
pretty high.
That's
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna-
of money.
So
though.
like the main guy, he was
nut.
in a golf cart, so you couldn't really catch the guy with the golf cart, but he had like strapped on lights, headlights, lights out the butt, dude. Like, and people in the back with flashlights looking. And I was driving out, like, as I was trying to hide, and I take a corner next to this tree, and I took it too tight, and a branch, and it ripped up. And I was like, oh, I just ripped it out. Like, it was stuck in. I ripped it out. I'm like, it's fine. Nothing's in it. And I keep driving along, and I look down, and it's bleeding bad.
Oh my
So I'm like,
lord.
all right, I'll go get like a Band-Aid or something. I walk in,
Bandit.
and I walk into Miss Tackett, and she's like, oh my God. Like, she's freaking out more than I was. I'm like, can I just get a Band-Aid? And she calls my mom. My mom comes over. She's pissed at me because she's worried about the 4-wheeler getting dented. 'Cause she doesn't want to pay for the 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
So she takes me to this ER, and this ER is just about to move shop. So like this Indian guy who I don't know if he knows very much English, to the guy's credit. And he said, lay out your arm. And he hasn't numbed me up. He takes scissors. And he starts poking it.
Oh, dude.
And, like, imagine, like there was another chair right here. And I'm squeezing. And, like, I'm, like, bending the metal at this point.
Oh, my
in,
God.
like, pain. And my mom's like, are you going to numb him up? He's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to die here, dude.
Yeah.
So he takes me to this other room. And, like, he numbs me up. And he's cutting me open, getting this piece of wood out. And I made the bad choice of, like, looking over. Like, I looked quickly, and I saw him, like, open me up. I was like,
Yeah.
and, like, I almost passed. Like, I was like, oh, boy. And then finally it's over. I had about 3 stitches in it. And then he gave me the piece of wood. About that much in me. About that much wood in me.
Some wood.
And
Some wood.
in the
Yeah, I'll tell you that
And the
much.
bad thing was, I had a game, like, in 2 days. Like, it was his freshman year, so I had a game in 2 days. So I said, wrap me up. And my trainer, did you guys ever know Will, the trainer?
Yeah.
He's like, you shouldn't play. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm a player.
And I remember I told him, like, wrap me up. He gave me, like, 8 inches of tape.
Oh my
Holy
god.
And if you look, like, it looks a little open right there.
Oh yeah, right
Because
there.
during,
got a
like,
little scar.
well, that's from the scratch, but, like, this used to be tight.
Well, regardless, it's a scar.
Yeah, and this used to be tight, and it opened up. My stitches ripped open that game.
Whoa, dude.
Did you feel that?
Oh, I felt it. And you can ask anyone on the freshman team. I was trying to get off of someone, and his finger missed mine and, like, got through the tape. Oh, I screamed like a girl, dude.
Whoa, I wouldn't blame you.
I ran over to the sideline. I'm like, give me one play off. And I went over to Will, and I was like, yo, it ripped. Like, I was like, it ripped. And, like, it was freshman year. I shouldn't even be playing, like, right now.
Were you out the rest of the game?
No, I wasn't out. I went in the next play. We ended up winning the game, so, like, it wasn't in vain.
Yeah. I
But,
mean,
like,
worth it.
It was definitely one of those things I'm like, I regret in the long run because it was just stupid. It was freshman year. No one cares about freshman year.
That's
but-
real.
Dang. I mean, dude, stitches suck. I don't know why, but I was like,
I got 5, 7. I think that's it.
Is
Dude.
that a stitch right there?
Yeah, I hit corner of a table on that.
I got stitches one time in my chin because I was at Dude, listen.
That's a bad place.
Listen,
right
I was
there.
at Disney World, right? I was at my hotel, and there was kids. There's these kids in the pool, like all these older kids. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna play with these older kids, right? Dude, they were like shooting me with a fake gun. I jumped up, and like they shot me, and I turned. I'm like, oh, like fake getting hit, slammo right in the corner of the fucking pool, dude.
Ooh, blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. They had to evacuate the pool. My dad was just carrying. It was my dad or a lifeguard. I don't remember. I was just like. I remember I was like, like they carrying me across the pool, and like I just had a Band-Aid on it, and it was
Whoa,
just blood
just
was
gush.
everywhere.
You have
I
a
got it. Yeah, I kind of got like a scar right here. You can kind of feel it.
I have a scar right here that I don't know what's even from.
But
You
like,
can see that.
I remember just going to the ER in a cab. I'm like, my mom was just like freaking out. I was just like, what the hell's happening?
You're just like, you're
I
finally-
just like kept like fading in and out black, and like it was crazy. Like I just kept fading, and then like I just remember like just having these like stitches on my chin. It was, I don't know. It didn't hurt getting the stitches because like they numbed
You're
me
just
up hella
you're
fast.
also just in so much shock.
Dude, I was shook. I was so shook.
How old were you?
Dude, it was for my sister's either 3rd or 6th birthday, so I was either 6 or 9.
So that really lasted with you then.
That's like PTSD for your child.
Dude, I don't know why, but I was listening to like, for some reason I was listening to like on the car ride home, like I was listening to like 21 Pilots, and for some reason that don't ask me why. It was just like I was just vibing.
You just vibing, yeah. You
It
were
was
just
just
vibing,
vibing.
bro.
That's before
Dude,
they
big,
blew up.
big.
No, yeah, it was like it was like I was listening to old 21 Pilots.
Dude,
like
Big Time Rush. You guys ever watch that show?
Yeah.
I used to vibe hard with Big Time
that
Rush,
show was
dude.
fire. But like, dude, it was just opening up like a bunch of memories, and I was like, what the hell's happening, bro? And then like I just remember I was just started getting like antsy. I was like, dude, I don't want my chin getting like all stitched up, because if that happened now, I'd be freaking out, bro. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, because you're aware of the
Yeah.
what could happen. Because as a kid, you're like,
Dude,
You know-
you don't know.
For me
You
as
don't know
a
what
kid,
consequences are yet.
I thought I was literally like never gonna die. Like, I'm the one person that's gonna live forever. Like, did you guys not think that?
Oh,
I definitely.
I got
that
a
you're like invincible.
I got a reality
Nothing
check
can harm
really
you.
quickly. Like I got bit by a dog, and I got reality checked quickly.
This dude, you got major battle scars, Feasel.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I was an idiot. Like I was just an idiot. Like I would just like I used to think that, and I just do dumb things, and I got reality checked. As soon as the dog bit me, I was like,
Yeah.
I just never did dumb things because I don't want my parents to yell at me. Like that.
dude,
That's just, I was just like, I don't want to.
I was that
one
youngest
thing.
child, like wanting to do whatever I wanted to. So.
I'm the oldest child, so like I've always been like they've been most protective, or they were most protective over me. Like when I was
And they're
kid,
still
you know?
learning, like.
yeah. But
Because imagine raising a kid, dude.
Dude,
That's
not
gotta
for
be
me
hard.
not for me
That's
right
gotta
now.
be
Like-
so hard.
dude, I don't understand like when you say like I am ready to have a kid. I never understood like I'm just ready to go. Like
I can see
you
it.
gotta have like a nice income.
like a nice
house,
income. You gotta
and then
trust the
that's whenever
person.
you're ready.
But that's also just like finding someone to trust. Like I don't see myself in the future like I'm ready to have a kid.
I
Like,
see that. Dude, I'm about to have some kids, bro.
I don't like.
I'm about to be.
like, I'd
I'm about to be the
like-
coolest dad.
Like I'd rather like
Talking
adopt.
about,
Like you know, like I'd rather adopt. I don't know why, but I'd rather adopt.
Dude, I want them to have my genes, bro. We're about to be running it.
I'll say this, dude. If I was a female, giving birth would be.
Yeah, that's the one thing I
Yeah.
never understood.
Serious thing.
I tell girls this all the time. I'm like, you guys like say pregnancy is so much pain and stuff like that. Why do you want to have more?
Dude,
Yeah.
apparently it's so much pain that they can't even remember what it feels like.
Yeah.
Not only that, they're also like drugged up to the max.
Well, no,
Well, there's some people don't want
natural.
drugs. Some
Yeah.
people don't want the
They wanna
drugs.
do it the natural
Those people
way.
are
And like
masochists.
C-sections, I don't know how you can do that. They literally cut you open.
Well, that for
Some of
that
your
thing.
stuff-
Well, they need to do that.
Yeah,
for
but,
sometimes.
Most of the time.
Oh my god, I cannot imagine doing that.
Nope.
That would just hurt so bad.
Not for
I
me.
remember.
No matter what you are.
'Cause I'm a
I
guy.
remember when my dad found out that my mom was having twins. As a joke, he said, "If they're conjoined, I'm leaving you."
All right, but let's be real. Come on. If you I wouldn't leave my wife if she had conjoined twins, but you'd be kind of upset. You'd be like, "Come
It's
on."
like having. Well, I'm not gonna-
No offense to conjoined twins, but like,
It's a conjoined twin family out
Yeah.
there. Sorry.
Scissors, snip them apart.
Oh.
That's brutal.
yeah.
That'd be tough.
All right, Feasel. Since you're in a relationship here,
Yes,
I want
sir.
you to give some advice to this pickup artist.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we got a video up here.
Oh boy.
You're gonna have to change the.
Oh
brightness
yeah, hold
here.
on. Sorry guys, we have a new setup going, and
It's a work in progress
work
here.
in progress.
We'll be a lot better in the future.
All right.
Picture.
Pickup
Menu.
artist. I'm
Oh,
excited
shit.
for this
Yeah, it's pretty great.
because I'm just such a pickup artist myself.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just how you roll pretty much.
Or doesn't he go down? That's good.
It's good. All right.
Make sure that the volume's up
Wow.
as well.
Turn.
Oh yeah.
You're still on brightness. Pause it for a second.
There you go.
Just press menu again.
Can't see.
That's
Alright.
goodness.
No, the brightness.
Holy
The
shit.
brightness
Holy
needs to go
shit.
down, right?
Sorry about
Alright,
this.
someone get a talk going while we're figuring this out. You two go.
Boo boo
All right, we're
boo
good.
boo. Dead air time.
all right, we're good.
All right.
I'd say, well, where's an amazing place to eat around here?
Look on the audio input to make sure.
You probably want to go downtown.
Is it too bright?
What do you like there?
Yeah.
The point of this,
We can edit this part out.
Just turn up the volume even more. I feel like. And
That's
turn it
picture.
I gotta get the. Yeah, I know the brightness is too fucking high. Holy fuck, dude! This is pissing me off.
I'm so nervous to watch because I see cringe in it. And like,
You see cringe?
I see-
Oh, there it is.
What the fuck?
Don't do
Well, I mean-
H position. You're on H position.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just trying to fucking.
And press menu again.
I can't see shit.
Menu again.
Oh, there it is. And volume.
here's the one secret to picking up women, though: have a dad bod.
Have a dad bod?
That's the one secret.
That's
You
what,
really
Ty-
think-
that's what
No,
Tyler's been talking
Honest,
about lately.
honest to God, either you are super
I'm getting
fit
my
and with a six pack, or you have a dad bod.
Which one?
There's
would
no
you-
in between.
I'm the dad bod, obviously. But like, I know like
you're
a.
pretty ripped though.
I know, but like, I still definitely got that dad belly. Like,
Yes.
pfft, I know that. But like, it's either that's what at least I've noticed. Like, I've never noticed like a guy who's
No, you're
like
up
in
on-
in the middle of the pack, like kind of fluffy but kind of ripped, like
Oh, I'm hitting
with a
volume.
girlfriend. Like, I've never seen that. I've seen like either dad bod or like they're ripped or
Yeah. There's no in between.
like or you're like super skinny. Like I've seen like like a super skinny person. I don't know who to like
Oh, so it's
describe.
good.
I don't know
Go
either.
down
But
one.
Tyler's been talking a lot at lunch, dude. He's been talking about him and his dad body.
Dude, the dad bod, I'm telling you, because
Well,
like
okay.
whenever you're cuddling, dude, you got warmth and they have a pillow, you're chilling.
Okay, but at the same
You are
time,
the
at the
pillow.
same time.
Yes, like they
Like-
would love like a six pack.
No. But I'm just saying, like, I'm a big. I did this too, but when I had like more of a dad bod, that was kind of my excuse for being lazy. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit of an excuse to be lazy. You know, I was just chilling.
Coming
with my
from
gut.
someone with a dad bod, you don't want a dad bod. You know how hard it is to find dress shirts, dude? You know how hard it is to find dress shirts?
All right, yeah, let's go.
Which I think is really understated, is simple questions open up a universe. You can see things have not taken off yet, though they will.
Just restart at the
Probably want to
beginning.
go downtown.
Can I have a seat?
Alright, have a seat.
Have a seat.
Having a seat right now.
So I'll start with some of the very simple approaches, like if we were in a bookstore or something like that. I'd say, where's an amazing place to eat around here?
I think you probably want to go downtown.
What do you like there?
The point of this, which I think
seems
is
so
really
uncomfortable.
understated, is simple questions open up a universe. You can see things have not taken off yet, though they will. But these sorts of questions that you guys probably think are really stupid or really lame, you really should use them because they are the perfect way to open up a conversation.
You agree with that? Simple questions are a good way.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna ask a simple question about them. Like, like just asking something random.
Well, I mean,
like the way, maybe it's just the way. Maybe it's just the
they're
way he's
older. I mean, they're older, but like
the way he's delivering it is just super
His delivery-
uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, what would you like
His
to
most
eat?
yeah,
See,
for real.
They are from a different time.
This is like 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It looks like
They're just trying to.
at the bookstore.
You got a lot of options.
You're like a chain restaurant kind of girl, or are you more like wanting to go to like the
Okay, can you
specialty
pause it real quick?
place?
Alright, listen here, listen here.
Restaurant.
Obviously the food question didn't hit. Why would you continue with like are you a chain restaurant?
She's not giving any room right now. You got to go on to something else.
You gotta move that on. Alright.
What are you into?
Oh, I thought you were asking because you wanted to find a place to eat.
Well, I'm curious.
Depends what you want to eat.
Well, what do you like to eat?
I like a little of everything.
Okay. So, here's a question for you that I've been asking people lately that I think is pretty interesting because it tells you about them. And I'd like to know this about you. What would you do if somebody gave you $1 million?
I have no idea.
Really? You never thought about what you would do or what you'd like your life to be like?
No, I thought about it. I don't know what I would do though.
Please
All right,
pause
all
it.
right, yeah,
Please.
okay.
Okay, if this girl like is not giving you any leeway, run.
There's like so much silence
she's
after
not
the
giving.
question.
She's not moving an inch right now.
She's okay, but for real, she's the type of person to be a dry snapper, bro. She's definitely dry snapping people, like one word responses. But okay, still, she's not interested in you, dude.
Yeah, like
you gotta
she's
just
not
be like-
moving an inch.
Just
She's
be like,
not.
all right, man, I'll see you later. I'm gonna see you around.
Either be like, "Yo, it was nice
next.
talking to you," but like, dude, she's not moving.
You gotta.
She is peaking no interest right
His
now.
like
She's showing nothing.
his ability to read vibes is just zero.
Zero.
His awareness is zero.
You're gonna want to continue with this one.
See, at this point, I'm like, there have been at least 3 things I've tried and I've gotten like nothing back, and I don't care, right? And she's not caring.
What
So
are you
at
doing
this
this
point, I might jump on the thing, but I don't
Jump
care,
on
right?
what?
What are we jumping on?
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me that you haven't thought about what you might want to do. I mean, I know I've thought a lot about what I would do if I could do sort of whatever I wanted, or if I had unlimited funds. Would you like go to an island in the Bahamas and drink mojitos and just hang out, or what would be something that you would be interested in doing?
I'm not a fan of the goatee.
I'm
I'm just gonna say.
gotta
it right now.
gotta send that out,
That's
man.
a good point.
Gotta
I'm not
send
a
that
fan
out,
of
bro.
goatee. He's not rocking it. He's not
A
rocking it.
super personal question. I just.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I want to pause this real quick. When I watched this earlier, I think like, come on now. Like, if I got $1 million, I'd be fine with telling anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Because I'm not. It's not like I'm gonna be.
But I think
She can at least entertain him.
I think
Yeah, come
I
on
think the main thing was like he started questioning her, like, yo, you wouldn't know what you would do with the $1 million? Like, what the hell
Yeah,
you
he's
doing
getting
with your
Yeah.
life?
aggravated.
Like,
What are you
Dude,
doing?
you'll be interested in the second guy.
I love this woman. She's such a fucking bitch.
Incredibly mean. But now you can see that I'm making it more confrontational. I'm going into the, I forgot what it was. It's strange to me that you wouldn't have thought about
that
it.
shit, bro.
Yeah, you're pinning her on specific. She's saying things that are incredibly vague and generalized, and you're pushing her for specific. Are you sure? What about this point? What about this point?
She's
What
gonna
about this
snap
point?
on you, bro.
Get her to react.
Let's see what happens next. I mean, for me, I'm done. I don't know if you've got ideas here. Okay, great. Brent?
He's done. He just gave up.
He just gave up.
That might be where he'd go. Right, because you could escalate it. I mean, the thing is, I don't particularly feel like giving her a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not. She's just not into it. So what? But if you wanted to, you could say, "Wow, you're really mean." You know, you're really. I don't think she is actually being particularly mean or cold. But you could go with that. Wow, you're really cold. What is it about you? You're the kind of woman who is really cold and mean to guys, who ask simple questions. You're the kind of woman who takes things really personally.
Wait, pause it real quick. Listen. He was like, okay, yeah, you're not a bitch, but you're a bitch, you know. That's what he said.
Why are you just so mean and cold to everyone you meet, bro?
He
Like,
could have been piquing interest to his questions, but after he just said that to her, I mean, what is she gonna keep going in?
like time out. Like, where are they at right now?
Well, okay, I'll give a little
Convention
backstory.
center.
This guy is putting on a show for other men because he's apparently a pickup artist, and the other people paid money to join this class and get information from him.
and he's just blowing steam right now.
Oh,
This
yeah.
girl right now.
He's getting pissed.
I know, he's like,
Yeah.
you're not full. You're not. What the? Like,
Oh, you don't like me? I'm the best ever.
you see my goatee right now, bro? Like,
You fucking see this goatee?
He thinks that he has all the skill right now. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
okay, but it's not the best thing with the girl like not moving an inch. So like, I can't.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it.
When people ask simple things like, "What would you do if you won the lottery?" What's up with that, right? Well, maybe I'm doing it now, but it didn't occur to me when I was there. So like, hey, I'm just done. I'm out of here. Once I stand up, all the answers come. So those are some other. Let me give that a try.
Great. I love this. This is awesome. You stand up and then all the lines show up. That's exactly how it is for everybody. But what's great is that I like that you're detached from this. You know, I think that's a really healthy attitude. You try a couple things. If it doesn't well, you're like, get the fuck out. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, we have this attachment that it always has to work out when we're really, that's ridiculous, you know?
Yep. And I think that the reason
two different guys?
Yeah, I thought this was the same guy.
For me, when I stood up, like, I can see all these possibilities. Is that I really did let go. You know, for most guys, they look at a hot woman and suddenly they tighten up. You know, and I think it happens to us some too. It just always seems to happen. Like, I got to make this work. But if you could really let go of making it work, and having some lines in your mind that you can use will help you let go of having to make it work. So, you know, lines to practice out loud are lines like, "Oh, so you're the kind of woman who's mean to strangers who ask simple questions." Or you're the kind of woman who takes things personally when they really aren't all that personal.
Yeah, because that's the best way. Like, yeah, you're that type of person to be a bitch to everyone.
I feel like nowadays, like the whole like have lines in your head doesn't work.
No.
Yeah,
Like just either A, have a cheesy pickup line as a cheesy pickup line, like they know it's just cheesy, or just like first thing that comes to your head. I feel like
you just gotta be yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what they're getting.
yeah.
Honestly,
Like
like
your
putting on a show is not gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah, like
these scripted lines aren't fucking helping anything.
I honest to God thought those were the two of the same people talking.
Dude, I did
thought it
too,
was
but
too.
I think
just
it.
now realized. It might be his fucking little butt
Let's see
buddy.
what happens next. I think I'm going to get a lot of no from her at this point, right? But, so you're the kind of woman who
Still
is
going.
just an automatic no to every question when somebody comes. Did something happen to you that would really scare you?
No and no.
Oh my god, just shut him down.
No,
Dude,
and
she's
no.
definitely pissed. She's like, I don't want to be here with this smelly guy.
I'm going to say I think that what you're doing is interesting, but it's also kind of offensive.
Okay,
I agree
Okay.
with that.
Okay.
'Cause you
It's
can't
also kind of
insult the
offensive.
girl.
It's offensive, unlike your behavior, you fucking bitch.
Oh my god.
Fucking god.
Dude, imagine her watching this. Like, what the fuck? Like, she was being pretty okay. Like I'm not gonna lie, she was being a little dry with the conversation, but she's being pleasant, right? Like she's being like
She's not-
respectable.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Like she's not like you douchebag. Like she's not like this. She's like,
She's not
you know
like
what?
openly
I find you offensive a
like
little bit.
she's also not openly insulting him like he was just doing as soon as he stood up. Like
This is
Yeah.
literally this guy thinks he's so sick.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
can definitely tell.
He
Like,
thinks he gets all legs.
look at his
but
pot.
in
He's
reality,
laid back. He's got the.
he
he's
gets
got
like he gets like the
legs
fake numbers and stuff like
Yeah.
that, bro.
Because there's a lot of women who you hit the wall with like this. one hits the wall with one.
But as Lewis, as this goes on a little bit more, it does open back up too, which is really interesting. There's this whole concept that you should never be offensive to a woman, or to anyone, or that no woman's ever offensive to you, which they seem to feel perfectly free to do a lot of the time. This woman certainly does. So let's see what happens as we go on.
But it also points to, like, you guys watching have this idea of the perfect seducer, that if you are the best seducer
Wait,
in
did
the
he
world,
just call himself the perfect seducer?
Okay, listen. This guy looks. How old do you guys?
He's
think
like 40s. No
He's
way.
40s.
40s.
40s, 50s. I'm not seeing a ring on him, and you wonder why. You wonder why you're not married, bro. But no, he's a perfect seducer.
He's inflicting all of his pickup lines onto everyone else. That's what he's doing. He's a teacher. He's not trying to get married.
every time you approach a woman, it will lead to sex and the ultimate outcome, which is not true.
Not true.
Every moment in this interaction, you're putting it on the table that it may dissolve and she may get up and be done with you, and that's it. And you're okay with that. That's where we want you guys to come from.
Yeah, you'll have a lot more success that way.
So let's see what happens.
Now, one of the
What?
The beer's almost there.
Ooh, good call. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah.
Whoa, it's on mute, bro.
Oh, it's on mute.
You always agree with negative assessments of you, and you always disagree with positive assessments of you. You'd say, well, so what offends you? I mean, I'm glad you're interested, that's fine, but what offends you? What's offensive to you?
You're trying to dig into me, you don't know me, but you're not offering anything about yourself, and I don't trust you.
So you'd like to know more
alright.
about me? Sure. What would you like to know about?
I don't know, tell me something about yourself.
Well, gee, what would I do if I could do anything? Okay, I gotta jump in here and interrupt myself. Now, how would you like to go up to a super hot woman in a bar and have her complaint be about you that she wants to know more about you? You know, did you guys, as you watch this, did you see this coming?
This is
at
real.
all? You know that
This
you're
is
not
a
sharing
real-
about yourself. I want to know more about you. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's getting, taking her clothes off at this point, but you can feel that there, because I've been willing to engage in the conflict, there is a moving towards me that is happening. We were just talking about how there's a guy here who just came back from being a month-long vacation in Fiji. And I was saying, wow, I had a 4-day vacation planned at Christmas time, and it's the first vacation that I've had this long as I can remember. So I was thinking, man, what I would do is I would go spend a month in Fiji if I could do whatever I wanted to.
Really?
Yeah, or someplace like, I mean, they just had a coup there, so maybe not. But someplace like that. I mean, I've never
She's
done,
so out of it. She
But I've
doesn't.
never done
She's
the go
done with this conversation. If this was a real conversation,
You leave.
she's gone. She's like, all right, I'll see you later.
At
You
this
can-
point, it's just wasting our time.
Exactly, because with her first 2 responses, you should have known. She's not interested.
I like
so
how
why?
he said not everything's gonna work out, and yet here he is persisting.
Yeah,
he is
still trying to go.
persistent.
He's like, I do not fail. I do not fail ever.
He's trying to figure out what he's doing wrong here so that he can adjust.
he's halftime adjustment right now, bro.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He was starting out nice, and now he's calling her out on her shit.
It's good. You should do it.
It's not boring, or
It's not boring.
What happens that makes it interesting? I'm genuinely
Snorkeling
curious.
is really fun.
Snorkeling. Wow, where have you snorkeled?
Hawaii.
Wow.
I've been
Okay.
snorkeling in
Far.
Hawaii.
Never have.
It's beautiful.
Super fun.
So is snorkeling the one where the tube's out of the
Yeah.
water?
Okay, all
So
right.
what do you see? What
I feel like right now.
Yeah, she's
he's
even
all
laughing, bro. She's
Yeah,
even.
like, come on
I feel like
now.
at this point he's all out of questions.
That's
to
literally-
ask, and so he's just asking.
That's
Exactly.
filler. That was a
Like,
filler.
is
That was a
it-
filler.
Because the thing is he thinks the way you talk to girls is just ask questions, but the way you actually talk to girls is you give and you get. Like,
It's a
you
50
can't just be like
it's a 50-50.
only asking questions. Like, you gotta actually talk and
In all relationships, friendships, and everything, I feel like it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You
Gotta
give
be.
some, I give some.
exactly.
And if there's days that you don't feel like giving some, you give a little extra. But if she's not giving you anything,
yeah,
So you.
it's like
Pack
it's
your
like
bags.
95-5 right
So
now.
you're gonna run
Yeah.
out of shit to say. There won't be
No,
enough
he definitely
stuff
has
to
run
say.
out of shit to say. When you say, is snorkeling the thing with the tube? Like, buddy. Like, you know what you're doing.
Fish, coral, sharks.
The 1-2 punch has worked.
It's a 1-2.
he's calling this a
Oh,
success.
sorry for banging the table, but he's like, my plan, my master plan.
It is all coming
I'm the
together.
greatest. You guys should never have doubted me.
It only took me 8 minutes of conversation
Yeah.
to get us to this point.
Yeah. She's actually intrigued now. She's laughing.
bar situation with this, at about this point, I'd be like wanting to get away from her for a while and then come back. You know, I would want to install some scarcity now. Like, look, I'm here with my friends. I got to go check in with them. Maybe I'll catch up with you later, something like that. But yeah, she's definitely softened down, and there's a conversation going. That's a friend of mine.
Incorrect. She does not give a shit about him.
She has to be here. That is why. Dude, if this was a bar, you're done. She's going to her friends. She doesn't want to talk to you. If you go keep talking to her. She's like, I'm gonna talk to the police. Like, if you don't stop talking to me.
Just creep away from me.
Seriously.
Oh my God.
I was in Hawaii, and he was doing, I guess it was snorkeling, and he was with some guys who were spearfishing. Did you see anybody doing that?
Oh, yeah.
So he's trying to spearfish, and they're like, here, hold this octopus, and it's climbing all over him and getting on his face. Because they're spearing things, because they're natives. And so finally he spears a fish. He's like, this is so great. I speared a fish, right? And he's so happy. And he holds it up, and they all go ashen. And he's like, what's wrong? He's like, dude, you just speared the state fish of Hawaii. It's like a felony. So
Is this a true story?
Yeah. It's my friend Rob.
Wow.
This actually happened. He still makes
That's such a funny story.
That is a made-up story. If he doesn't even know what snorkeling is.
It's my friend Rob.
My friend Moran, dude. I mean,
Dude,
it's either such a fake.
that was such a boring story too. Like, I was getting
Make him
bored
like stab his
listening to
foot
that
or
shit,
something
bro.
like that if you're gonna make up a fake story.
He wasn't even talking to me, and I was like, I would if I
Keep
would
it going.
Did you get arrested?
We just finished this.
I don't know. They kind of threw it back and hoped it got better.
If you stab a fish with a spear.
I mean, what part of Hawaii would you recommend?
It depends. You know, Kauai's really good for hiking. Oahu is good for snorkeling. Big Island's good for volcanic beaches and lava.
I'm learning a lot more about Hawaii.
So did you see any of the live
How to pick up
shows?
girls, yeah, that's facts.
Stop now. We're like in a conversation, right? And the thing to notice is we went through a
Rocky Point.
rocky point. And now what I don't even know your name. What's your name?
Oh my God.
Wait a minute! Whoa!
I'm gonna say this because I know this for a fact. He hired her, so there's no way. Because like I know, because there's a separate clip where his like pedo friends in there. His friend literally asked, "Would you rather have OCD or ADD?" Like, and then she's like, "I'm only here talking to you because I'm hired to do it." So like, he hired her. So there's no way. There is no way.
That completely slipped my mind asking her goddamn name.
I thought that was just a given. Like, what the, dude?
One thing that we know about each other
embarrassing.
now is that we can actually go through a rocky point and still be in an interaction.
No.
No,
we're
dude.
still really undecided about
First
it.
impressions are
But we
everything,
know
bro.
that we
Ding
can,
ding.
I mean, there's a way in which that builds a little bit of trust.
He's like, what?
Versus just
She's not buying this at all.
Anything else on that? Thanks.
Thanks.
And if you looked at the tampering of the conversation clusters, things are jumping around. Both of these examples can go in very unpredictable.
What is the?
Oh yeah, what the?
You're throwing out these things and you don't know where they're going. All of a sudden now there's this whole story.
Like
What
a
is-
rabbit, yeah. What is that?
I think he's meaning like produce like a rabbit. I think that's what they're after.
Are being weaved together in an unpredictable way that you would have never. You know, we sat down. We don't know Jennifer. It's the first time I've met Jennifer. So this is
So apparently he knows.
She knows the name.
Alright, is this pretty
Please
much it
end
for the
this.
video?
Holy.
You guys,
Let's make sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She looks pissed.
That's it.
you're asking me.
Alright.
So overall thoughts on that one, buddy?
That was rough. That was a rough one. I have to agree with Sam. Like, first impressions, man, everything. Like, that's like hook, line, and sinker is the first impression. That was
She
bad.
was just not interested. She's
Like-
a horrible actress if she was paid.
That was.
No, she. Oh no, she. I don't think she was an actor. Like, I think she was just like willing to be. Are you willing to be part of this thing?
No, she got paid for it.
She got paid to
Well,
do
no.
that?
She probably got paid to go up there, but I bet she wasn't. She definitely wasn't acting. Like, if she was acting, I feel like she'd be like
Yeah.
nicer.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like that was just a genuine bad
That-
conversation.
I mean-
like genuine. That was.
Well, I mean, you can't. Like, that's just carrying on a conversation to the max. Like, within the first reply, you can get like
You can-
their general like idea of you. Like, If you get what I'm saying, like if you ask like a real question that's actually like genuine.
There's so many like smaller things you can pick up on people, like the way they like look at you, the way they respond. Like, she was turning her body like towards him in a way that she just like was caring about what they said, but she just didn't like it. In like a sarcastic way.
She was not retaining any knowledge.
That's the one thing. That's one thing that I guess school has taught me that I actually care about, like how to read people. Because like
body language.
You talk to people all the time, and you can read people over time.
I mean, that's also important in like sports and stuff like that. So like if your leaders out there, you know, have like bad body language, like it's like it brings down the whole team.
That's definitely something. Yes.
Who are your leaders, like, or captains?
So last year, I think we're gonna do it this year again. Like every game had different captains, but like I guess this year, like the main captains were like Trent. Even though
Trent's a dog.
I have some opinions on that, but it's beside the point. Trent, Jace Middleton was definitely a leader.
Jace is a leader.
Jace,
bro.
He's got really good charisma. He's always
dude. He's a honestly, like, you would think with someone who's like as talented as he is, and like he's going to Ohio State baseball. Like he's verbally committed, and that's like something that I will never do. Like he's still like down to earth. He's a nice guy.
He is down to earth.
He doesn't care who you are. He wants to have a genuine conversation.
Toby Wilson's another good leader. Like especially for like the offensive line, he's a great leader. Even though there was a few times where like a scout would come in and he would try like that extra hard, and you're just like, dude, stop. Like
there's people like that, but like, you know, they're just trying to make it big, I guess.
Yeah, and like he's going places for
sure.
Football. Like he's already got an offer from like I think like Pittsburgh, and
that's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah, he is a good football player. Like he's really technique. He's a big technique guy, but
technique.
Ethan Hand's another leader. He's He's quiet though. He's one of those leaders that like he's a leader by example, because he's a great student. He's great on the field. He doesn't do anything bad. Like he's just a leader by example.
I remember I had to block him in 7th grade.
Dude, that's when he was bad.
He was still so much bigger than me. So okay, why
Trust
the
me,
hell?
I know.
This is why I don't play football anymore. Coaches would put me on the offensive line.
Oh no!
When I'd have to go against kids like Andrew Klein, just get flattened, pancaked every single time, bro.
Yeah, I think like this is going into a completely different tangent, but like I hate when people say like have you ever guys seen like those memes of like you ask like an offensive line asks like their girlfriend or girl like what position do you play, and they don't know. I hate that. How they don't know like what position we play.
Do you know?
Does Riley know? Does Riley know?
She's gotten it wrong 3 times so far. I've been dating her for 2 years.
But
now.
to be honest, like I know the center, tight end is obviously on the end there. You got the right tackle. I don't know what would be between there.
Left tackle,
See,
left
like,
guard.
that's why
it's the guards.
Like that's why I wish like there was more recognition towards like offensive linemen.
Oh yeah, I respect
because like
them.
like there's like the one stand like Quentin Nelson. You guys know who that is? Like he's
I've heard of him, yeah.
Every offensive lineman's like Jesus is like Quentin Nelson. Like
that's who you guys look up to.
Like
where'd he play?
Indianapolis Colts. He's a guard.
That's right.
And like they mic'd him up one time. And like every single time he pulls, he screams.
Oh yeah! I've actually seen that guy.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
You big Joe Thomas fan too?
Joe Thomas, yeah. I mean, I guess I really like watch a lot of professional sports. I mean, yeah, I'm a Packers fan. I'll watch my occasional game or two, but like I'm more.
Did you see them mess
they
up that?
They played so bad.
That was the worst playoff game to watch.
Aaron Rodgers washed. He has no talent.
One good play.
Whoa!
Dude, you can't.
He had that amazing throw.
You can't say to me with a straight face that he is washed.
He is not. He is almost washed.
Is he as good as when he was like in his
not
prime?
even close.
Hell no.
Exactly. Like, so he's almost washed.
He's almost there. But I think
he's not. Okay. He wasn't washed this year.
Hear me out. I think if the Packers next year keep this up, they're winning the Super Bowl. I knew they weren't going to win. I'm sorry, but I really wanted them to go to the Super Bowl. I didn't think they were going to win it. I think next year, with their defense, that they've finally gotten their situation fixed up with that, and Rodgers finally has a defense to work with and like an offensive passing core.
It's true.
They can win it, man. I really want them to win it.
Dude, anyone can win. But like, This season proves especially that a lot, like random,
When
like the
Titans beat the
I didn't
Patriots,
expect-
bro.
The
Yeah.
49ers.
I was like,
what?
what?
Titans, 49ers, Ravens.
Okay,
biggest
time out,
three
time out.
surprises.
Have you seen Derrick Henry compared to like Isaiah Thomas? Not Isaiah Thomas.
He's
That's a basketball
massive.
player.
Yeah.
Who's that one other?
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. Thank you, dude. The size difference between those two.
He's huge.
He is like Derrick Henry's like 6 foot whatever, and
He
just
was
Mark Ingram
running
isn't a
through
power
Patriots
back really.
defense.
Like
I know, but he's
Derrick
still
Henry.
an NFL running back.
What I want to see like Derrick Henry compared to like Marshawn Lynch.
The
Like,
beast
what-
mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode was. Those highlight beast mode like
Beast mode highlights
Always
get you
looks
hype.
angry.
Yeah.
He's always angry looking. I
yeah.
swear.
Dude, I feel like a lot of players in the NFL like always got dreads, dude. They always got the dreads.
No, I like how like there's the dreads, but I've seen people like getting tackled by.
Yeah, that's the thing
I wouldn't
about
want to.
it.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Dude, if someone
You know how much? You know how much pain that'd be.
They be getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Is that illegal?
No, if
No.
if your hair is out,
It's
that's
part
your
of the
responsibility,
game.
You
dude.
have anything.
Yankage, bro. That's game time,
Derrick
bro.
Henry's got like the tail
Yeah,
thing.
he's like a rat
Yeah,
tail.
he's
It
got
looks
a-
gross.
that's
A
like-
giant poop.
It looks like
yeah,
it looks like a
turd,
turd,
bro.
It looks like a turd.
It looks like a turd.
It looks gross to
Sorry,
me.
And then
he's
got
Derrick
it-
Henry.
At least he's got it like that.
Like, granted, he could destroy me, but like,
Oh,
bro, I don't like the rat tail that he's got going on.
Oh,
It's like a horn.
It literally is a horn. bro,
Yeah.
back in
The
the
thing
day.
about like dreads though, like they're so like they're so stiff because how thick like their
Yeah.
hair is. Like it's just like so weird to see it because like when he's looking that way, it's just like sticking out.
All right, who has the best tattoos in the NFL?
I don't effing know.
You don't know? You guys.
I don't pay attention to
Damn,
people's body
bro.
tattoos.
Well, I mean,
No,
like you don't
but
you see someone tatted or cause like when I think of like cool tattoos, like athletes, like Kelly Oubre has really cool tattoos. He's a basketball player. Like Odell.
Okay,
Odell's
he's- like if I was ever gonna get a tattoo though,
Odell's
it'd
got
be
some nice
it'd be on
hair.
my chest, like so. 'Cause
Are you gonna get a tattoo?
I would love to get a tattoo.
Because
Yes.
Jack already has his tattoo, but we want a tattoo.
I'm
I
getting
would-
a tattoo for my birthday.
I want a tattoo, like, cause if I plan on like doing the Marine Corps stuff like that, my dad has the same exact Eagle Globe and Anchor right here, like the Marine Corps
Oh,
like,
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He has a big ass one like right here on his chest.
Is that what you're gonna get?
I would like to get one, yes. It has like my mom's name in it because they were married before
Oh,
he
yeah.
enlisted. So like I would love. I don't want to put her name on it yet because I'm not getting married. But, like,
A giant eagle
You-
on your back.
No.
The wingspan going on your shoulder.
see, like that's just obnoxious. Like that's just obnoxious to me.
I wouldn't want to do that because I want more space to do more art. But speaking of the Marine Corps, are you planning on going to that? Is
Like,
that,
so
your
what my
goal
what
right
my
now?
what my sister's doing is like OCS, Officer Cadet School. Like you go to a few years of school, then that one of your summers, your sophomore year, you go to Quantico, Virginia for 6 weeks. Then if you can get dropped or not, and she made it because she's a badass. And then you go the next summer another 10 weeks, and then if you graduate that, then you get your Eagle Globe and Anchor, and you go into the Marine Corps as a lieutenant.
So-
Lance Corporal Lieutenant.
I don't know this for sure, but are females allowed to be in actual combat?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes, I believe so. I wouldn't see why not. Because like that's not outlawed, I don't think.
because I think that has to do with gender discrimination. I think.
Yeah. Well, because okay, I don't want to.
Maybe. Yeah.
Go.
I mean,
I don't
no,
want
you-
to say anything.
Go down
I'm
that
not
rabbit
sure
hole.
on.
You don't want to go down that
I don't
rabbit
want
hole.
to. Yeah, because I don't want to start spreading false information. Okay, if you could choose any time to live in, what
Oh,
time would it be?
we were talking about this.
Any
Yeah.
time to live in.
So you can say the future, now, or previous.
Man, that's
Think
a
about this too, bro. Let me think.
because like
I know where I'd
I would say like maybe like end of Cold War, maybe like a little bit of World War II, because like the patriotism of America was just high. Granted, it was very racist time in America.
Yes.
But like the patriotism was just great. Like I would love to be.
Like
I would
50s
love to
and
be
60s.
50s, 60s, and maybe
I would
40s a
definitely
little
say
bit when everyone was just backing
The
America.
music, dude. I don't know
Like-
why. I love old music.
Like the old classy, like the
60s,
tunes, like the-
70s and 80s, bro.
Like
It's just
Mafia
so
2
good.
music, bro. I can jam out to that. Dude.
Like that, I think it'd be cool to live in like the maybe even though it'd be really scary to live in the Cold War because like the
Yeah.
constant threat of a nuclear holocaust. But
At
like,
least you know.
well, at least like
Everyone's
I don't.
digging their own shelters in their backyard.
Yeah,
When would you live in?
I'm gonna have to say like the 80s.
80s, yeah.
Yeah,
80s or maybe
Make-
not 90s.
make
I'm the
love.
complete
Well, but right, dude. Honestly, right now is the time to be for like if
Like
honestly,
his
I'd
new
rather
tech-
live right now
We
than
got all
back
the
in the past.
technology, no war so far,
So
but
far.
we still got a long life to live.
There's
But
no
I mean,
conflict.
there's like things you can pick and choose, like, cause like it'd be really like, dude, my parents like they tell me stories like
How much stupid things they did.
Well, exactly. They go out, they get, and then like they come back when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
Like that's when they then they're
Like, there was
their
no
parents are just chilling.
cameras. Like you don't get caught. Like my parents tell me all these dumb stories they did. I'm like, how'd you not get caught? And they're like, technology. I'm like, God.
See,
It's
I would rather live I'd rather be with my tribe, dude. That's why I got long hair, bro. It makes me feel more like human, you know, like more like an actual like animal that's just living on the world. Like of course I like technology and stuff. Like I'm playing Xbox like all day.
So like you're talking
if I were to
like
choose because there's just something about like you see the connection that we have now like with the cricket call or like
Yeah.
your friends. Imagine that, but like it's your tribe and it's.
I
Like,
feel that.
you
Like-
you live with them like your grandma
That'd be sick.
like your grandma like she's got all the knowledge like you go to them and
You just go out hunting.
Like,
with,
I
you go out hunting
I
with
feel
the
that
boys,
like
bro.
having like a brotherhood and like a family. I feel that like I'm bringing
the
back
camar-
like
the camaraderie.
that's also another big reason why I want to join like the Marine Corps because like my dad told me stories like that how close they were. And I'm like I want that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
You're living together, you're
Camaraderie.
surviving together. You're not you're relying on yourself to provide and stuff like that. Like
that'd be
that's why I
pretty
kind of want to be. I kind of want to be like. I definitely wouldn't give up technology. That's just not something I would do. But like
it's
That's why
becoming
like,
more
maybe
with
like
like
maybe
nature
maybe
and
like the
stuff like that.
50s then like if that's because like people were still like pretty close knitly together because like technology wasn't there yet so everyone was always like let's go to the baseball park or
Yeah.
like, let's go to like the woods and just have pop like those like little toy guns they used to have.
No phones.
There's no phones.
I really
It's-
phones
walk
phones
from
low
house
key
See, like,
ruined.
so no, I've heard about that like but we people like the older generations like say like we suck at communication. But like we're always communicating though with our phones. We're
but
always communicating.
at the same time, like, but
Like,
when
pretend-
some people, not us,
Yeah.
but like some people, when they put down the phone, they don't know how to have like a real
Like,
conversation,
I-
and that's what a fear is for like my brother's age group, like. They're growing up like we had technology. We had like leapfrogs and Wii,
Dude, the
but
Wii,
we didn't have a
bro.
phone constantly.
I
Everyone
remember-
look up everything and all the
Dude,
time.
I remember my first phone was a BlackBerry in 6th grade.
yeah, I had a BlackBerry.
I
too.
had a BlackBerry, bro.
I had like one of those
The flip
Samsung
phones?
brightness.
Oh, like it would slide.
Slide up and then you got the text. I didn't use it for anything.
I loved my BlackBerry, dude. I was like always like I remember like there was a
Tetris.
tic-tac-toe game and you could play against the AI, bro. I used to play tic-tac-toe all the time.
Did you ever used to play like Wall Breaker or something?
Wall breaker on my I don't remember that.
It's like you got the little thing, you're just going back and forth.
Oh yeah, you like try to
yeah.
try to stack it up. I don't remember that.
Tetris was the way to go with my mom's and dad's BlackBerry. At swim practice or whatever, not practice, like swimming lessons. I would just like wait and I'd be chilling on that.
You had swimming lessons?
dude. Yeah, and
Yeah.
okay, listen here.
I never had swimming lessons.
I
either,
went through swim lessons for a good amount of time, but like I remember one time like my preschool we had a field trip to our like the place where I swim at, which was like the Worthington Rec Center or something like that. Dude, some kid tried to drown me.
Oh my god.
He pushed my head under. I'm like, dude, what?
No, that's why little kids are demons, bro.
He was like he was smiling. He was just I get
Like,
up. He was just like.
I remember when I lived in Virginia, like we had a pool in the back, and like we would always be in that thing. So like I just learned how to swim just because I was always in a pool.
I took I don't think I took the lessons at the Orange Park pool, but like I remember one time I did the test because I was too young to like ride the slide.
Yeah.
And I failed like literally 10 feet.
Oh no!
I was so pissed. I was like, come on.
Can't ride the
man.
One
slide.
of my first lessons, you're just supposed to like fall back, you know, and the dude's supposed to catch you.
I've
and
never
stuff.
had lessons.
It's just something that you did, and the dude didn't like catch me, and so I was
You
like
just backsplatted?
drowning. I was like drowning, and he had to come pick me up and get me out of the water.
Oh my god!
It was supposed to teach you not
remember-
to be, scared of
I
something.
remember, like, I always had floaties on until I learned. My brother, I guess you could say, taught me. Okay, were like just putting floaties on me, like throwing me in there. Like I was the youngest, so like my sisters were stronger than me, my brother was stronger, so they just bullied me. Like they throw me inside the pool and stuff like that. So I just had to learn.
I mean, but that's how you learn though from
Yeah.
experience.
I mean, yeah. I didn't really use floaties because I took swim lessons.
Yeah,
but
I was on floaties for a while.
It's definitely
It's common.
It's normal
My
to take
cousin.
swim lessons because my cousin also takes it.
I've never heard of that. Like I've never heard of swim lessons until
I've
like
never
Dude,
used
that-
floaties, but I've used the noodles, bro.
the noodles, bro.
They opened up that new like
The new
that
swim school?
school.
Swim
Yeah,
school,
I know
yeah.
some people who work there.
Or you get on the jet and it's just spraying.
Yeah.
You ever get that?
Man, I miss being young, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Dude.
Because you got to realize all your childhood memories. That's it. That's
Yeah,
the only
that's-
thing you're
You
getting
guys
from now on.
remember box tag at the orange pool?
Yeah,
Yes.
under the
kid slide, you like
That's
you
sick.
you would
That's the
hide, and then like
base.
that was the base. You'd have to go in there before you get tagged.
The amount of
And
times
then
we got yelled at. For
yeah.
doing that
Oh,
was
yeah.
immense.
I guess I don't remember that one.
You might have not. I don't know,
can't-
that was
I-
more elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in here like middle to end of elementary school.
I
Yeah.
was still playing that middle school, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It was just like you run up, you play
Oh yeah,
games,
middle school
box
too,
tag.
low key.
Okay. I hit.
Middle school is such an awkward time.
No, middle
It's
school.
like-
Middle
Yeah, it
school
was so
kids
awkward.
are like people who teach middle school. I have nothing but respect to them because those kids are demons.
We were assholes.
Yes, bro.
Oh my
Like,
god.
everyone was a complete asshole in middle school, whether you like to admit it or not. Because like everyone was going through like puberty and like they didn't know who they were yet, so they're
Yeah.
just being
I
assholes
think
to
the
everyone.
best part about it was
Fucking-
making the rockets and launching them out.
Yes, that was cool.
That was fun.
That was cool. And like,
That was really
so you still had like the recess. So you could still have like fun
Yeah.
with that. I remember we used to play basketball
God.
all the time.
Wait,
I
didn't
just-
we not have recess for like a solid minute? Like,
Well,
it
we-
was
no.
it was there in 7th grade, but they took it out in 8th.
No, we only had
So-
it 1 year. I
So
thought.
so 7th grade
Eighth
we
grade, I
had
feel.
it, but 8th grade was like a luxury. Like if they said, "Oh, let's just go outside," I remember they
Oh,
used to
yeah.
say that.
Because 7th grade, I think it was overcrowded.
Well, yeah. And
Remember
then we
that-
had more than was it 8th grade we had more than one lunch? Yeah, 8th grade we had more
I
than
remember
one lunch.
seconds.
Seconds.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Deweese.
Oh my God.
Mr.
We can
Dor-
go on and on about that because we were all making beats and stuff at the lunch
Oh.
table.
Were you guys at my table? I remember maybe I was sitting with like the quote unquote popular kids, but like I remember I had a milk bottle and like I tossed it down to someone pretty fast and he didn't catch it and it hit the wall and splattered all over the
Oh
bowl.
God.
Dude, I got a milk story. So I
You got a milk story,
It was
bro.
water. It was
or
water.
water. I literally spilled water on the table, and then Mr. Wee's power hungry bitch
No,
comes
it was-
over. Or
It was
whatever.
the
Music teacher.
music teacher.
Comes over and
Oh.
says, what are you doing there?
Miss Feedak.
No,
He
Finka.
literally- we used to get-
Finka's at our school
Finka,
right
Finka.
now.
Finka?
Miss
So-
Fink.
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 Something, but
Bitch.
she comes over, and we used to get held back like every time. We were little, like we were.
I remember
we were
you guys.
bad.
You
Messy
guys were
as hell.
idiots. Like
Yeah.
I remember
We were
that.
idiots.
I was like, dude, I was the only one in that group. Like, guys, come on. Like, I would
Yeah,
not.
you were.
You
I
were
would
you
not
were a
do
reasonable
shit.
one, bro. I remember.
I was like,
that.
But-
come on.
We poured it on there. Everyone stays back, and they literally give us detentions, bro.
Dude, we volunteered. No, because you got a detention. We just started volunteering
Yeah.
for detentions,
Yeah,
bro.
we're like, okay, then
Dude.
give it.
Yeah,
They
give-
just
I was
started
like,
giving
give
it to me, baby.
Gage and I were not having that. We both had our moms come in and go off on the principal and her as well, and we got those taken away. We were not trying to.
Remember, I didn't get.
Gage's mom wrote a fucking story. I'll tell you
No,
what.
I remember
Nice.
my
It was
first
sick.
my first ever detention was like I didn't get detention till like 7th grade. I slapped TJ Gadd in the face. It was in social studies because he kept stabbing me with a pencil, and I said to him like, "Yo, stab me again, you're getting slapped." I gave him the fairest warning, and like he stabbed me. I turn around, man. I got full fingers and everything. I laid him across, and like I just went right back to work. And she was like, "What was that?" And he's freaking out. He has a big ass hand mark on his face.
Red.
And I'm like, I don't know what that was. And he continued to stab me. I turn around, smack him again.
Oh!
And the mark is so bad now. And my teacher at the time, Miss Omer. You guys remember Miss Omer? Did you ever had her?
Yeah, I had this on.
Miss Omer. She's like, did you smell? No. She's like, what is happening here? TJ, that bastard. He said, he slapped me. I'm like, this mother. Like, and me, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I took my detention. Oh, I took it to my dad, bro, and he had to leave the room how funny it was to him. My mom was pissed, but my dad was laughing in the other room, bro.
Dude, that's my only detention I've ever got.
Yeah,
the one I
same.
volunteered for.
Not me.
I've got-
I got a detention. I think it was on Wednesday school for leaving lunch 5 minutes early.
Dude, middle school teachers, man, they are.
No, that was in high school. Yeah.
Let me guess, Miss
Oh, yeah.
Blazak.
Nope.
Nah. The dean. Was it the dean?
No, it was the the top guy at the school
Top
came by. And then he's
Griffiths?
like, "Are you guys
Yeah.
vaping in the bathroom?"
Griffiths?
Yeah.
Something. No.
Oh, I know.
No.
Superintendent?
Superintendent.
Mr. Rafe?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
like, "Are you guys vaping in the
Driver
bathroom?"
Rafe.
We were not vaping in the bathroom. He's like,
I would've
"You
said-
should- you should check the toilets. They probably flushed it down the
Yeah,
toilets."
I'd say search me, bro.
No,
I'd say search me,
that's
bro.
What I said. I got searched twice. And I was like, "Go ahead. You can check everything, dude. Check every atom, bro. There's nothing on it."
I remember
I
one.
don't care
I remember
if
one
it's
time.
cool.
I remember one time like I got called into the principal's office because I'm in the bathroom.
Or vape in general.
That one.
I'm in the bathroom a lot, man, because I drink a lot of water during school. So I'm in the bathroom like every other period.
Gallon jugs.
I'm like
Yeah,
I'm like in the
football
bathroom.
player,
I'm in the
right?
bathroom like every other period. So like Mr. Griffiths called me in and he brings up this camera and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be good. And he's like, do you know who that is? I'm like, I don't effing know who that is. And I remember it was someone in the cricket code. I'm like, I'm not gonna bail anyone out. And he's like, do you know who that is? I'm like, no, I don't know who any of these people are. He's like, can I search your bag? I'm like, I literally pull out my bag, boom, slash on it, and I just rip the open. My binders go everywhere. I'm like, go right ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, ever since they put those new vape detectors in, I got pulled in.
You got pulled in?
Dude, I went to go take a piss at lunch.
Yeah.
Someone was probably smacking before me. Listen, I go in to take a piss. Cy and Griffiths come in. They peek their head. They're like, "Who? What's happening? What's that?" And they're like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's up?" They're like, "What's up?" And they like look under the stalls. And then I go over to Ethan, like at the table. I'm like, "Dude, the principals were just tweaking for a second." And then Cy taps me on the shoulder. He's like,
Come here.
come with me." And then so me and Cy, he was a coach at my club like a couple years ago.
Really?
So I've known him for a while.
Wow.
So and he's like, listen, dude, like if you like, we're gonna search your bag. We have suspicions that you're vaping. And I'm like, what are the suspicions? I was getting pissed at this point. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, what are
'cause,
the
like, you're
suspicions?
just
I'm like, here, search it. It searched my bag, and Miss Vidak came in and just started searching my bag. And I had nothing on me. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna call your dad. I'm gonna let him know that there was a scare. I'm like, dude, you can call my dad, but you gotta let him know that I'm staying here and I'm staying here in this room until you say that I didn't get in trouble and nothing's wrong. And like he's like, all right, you know, he wanted to make a point that he wanted me to make the point that he's not in trouble at all. He just had to call you. It's school policy. I'm like, and then he was like, all right, you can go you can go now. I'm sorry, man. He's like, if you can vape, and he's like, you can vape, just don't bring it to school.
What? Did he say that?
No, he didn't say. Let me rephrase that. He didn't say. He's like, even if he's like, I don't care if you're doing it. Just why bring it to school? Like, what's the point? I mean, which is true,
Yeah,
but like,
it's just-
I'm like,
Okay.
retard. No.
Because it's technically not legal.
Okay,
like-
no. I didn't call. I'm not calling him a retard, but like, I'm just like, dude. I wasn't vaping, and that's the problem with these vape detectors. Like, I didn't.
Dude, that's the thing, though.
I'm not calling
When
Mr.
people
Sire
are
a
out
retard,
to
by the
get
way.
people and put them when people are literally out to put people in punishment and get them in trouble, like that is when you start having problems like that happens, which is why you can't do that.
In my 100% opinion, let natural selection take its course.
Yeah, I agree with that
People
too.
that are stupid and are gonna bring stuff to school,
Let 'em-
like let
let
them
'em
get
go.
caught. It's
Let
your
'em go.
fault. Like, you know what's gonna happen.
Like, I remember like a bunch of people this season got caught with weed. Like Sammy Azam got caught. He got expelled and he's suspended from football. I had no remorse for him. He's like, bro, this is BS. I'm like, no, it isn't. You're
Did it
the
to
one.
yourself.
You smoked, and you knew the consequences.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that is true.
Malik, if you guys know who Malik is, he got caught vaping, and he's like, bro, this is so BS. I'm like, no, it's not.
I will
That
say, though,
sucks.
The majority of schools don't drug test students. It's just because we have enough money to.
Yeah, I mean
Facts.
they drug
Westerville schools, though.
they say that they drug test randomly. No, they don't. No. So they used to not drug test randomly until Griffiths came in. Because I remember my freshman year, I got drug tested 2 times during football season and 2 times during track season because they knew me. Wolfie knows me because of my dad and stuff like that, and Rafe knows my dad, and so everyone effing knows me, and I hate it. So they knew like I'm gonna be clean, so they drug test me all the time.
Yeah, they drug test the clean kids, I feel, just so they don't have it.
waste their money if they know that.
So then it makes them look better.
Exactly.
Why would you drug test kids that you
I
know
don't-
they're gonna pop positive?
I don't understand why they even have to like. 'Cause
Well, I think
about this though. Even if you're not doing drugs, it is an impeachment of privacy to just take your urine and test it and see what you're doing.
I
you
think
do
it's
sign
probably
off
you
on it.
probably sign off on it.
You
like
do.
the-
That's
yeah,
a
I know,
student
but still,
handbook.
think about that though. They're literally taking your urine just so they can test you to make sure you're not doing something.
Well, they also have to enforce the law because technically it's still illegal for us to be smoking, especially drinking and stuff like that.
That's true.
Dude,
That is
last
true.
time I got drug tested at school for lacrosse, I literally just used the bathroom right before they called
Yes.
me.
And you just sit there.
I was like, oh my god, this is all I can give you, and it was like right at the line. I was like,
That's
all I
literally
had, bro.
never
Like,
been a problem for
That's all
me.
I can
Same
do.
thing happened to me freshman year. I've got drug tested once.
I've
in the
got
same
drug
time.
tested a total of 4 times in freshman year, probably like 6 or 7 times.
That's awful. I've been drug tested twice.
Yeah, twice.
Once freshman, once sophomore.
Flying under
That's
the
that's
radar.
that's
I
the
mean, we're passing.
that's
but
the only
doing
bad
anything.
thing about like is my dad knows everyone, my uncle's there, so like everyone effing knows me. I hate it. Cause like I remember one time my econ teacher, Mr. Seller, he threatened to call my dad because he knew my dad's number. just as a joke. I'm like, I don't want you to do that.
I love Mr.
No, Mr. Sellers
yeah.
a G, dude. I love him.
You remember last practice or last open gym we had? His uncle was wrecking Jacob.
Of course,
You remember that?
Really?
Jacob was shooting basketball shots
Oh,
and he
yeah.
was calling him trash and stuff.
But that
was
that's
Sam.
the-
That was Sam. That was
It was?
Sam.
I thought it was Jacob.
So what's that one Sam kid's name? The blonde kid.
Oh, the one who I think is like on the spectrum. Yeah.
He is on the spectrum.
Oh,
He's on
God.
the spectrum, but
Like actually.
yeah.
Dude, he either probably has some kind of social thing. 'Cause,
No,
like,
he's on the spectrum. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I treat him like every other guy.
No, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. This week.
Well, because you can have like, I think Einstein had
He was on the spectrum.
Yeah, like just because you're on the spectrum doesn't mean that you're stupid or you can't
He's functioning, highly functional.
I mean, not all of us are as fortunate.
All right, well, I guess we're about to end it on the spectrum.
Yeah, on the spectrum, yeah. All right, Feasel, I want to thank you for coming on. Hopefully,
you
we can
for
have you
having
on
me.
in the future.
Absolutely. Share more of my dumb stories.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
All right, well,
All right.
that's it.
We'll see you.